Hi guys, welcome to episode 4, I think. 5.
Is it 5?
I think so.
4.
Episode 4 of Spilling the Tea with M&G. I have Georgia to the side of me and I'm currently away in, where am I? Portugal. Georgia has just got back from Bali. If you haven't seen us doing these yet, we are literally just kind of inviting you guys in on our FaceTime calls. We're just going to sit and have a chat. But this week we have actually asked you guys for like questions or topics or dilemmas that we can discuss. So I've got my phone here and I think we should just get straight into it.
Get straight into it. I'm also being asked these questions blinded because I don't know what any of them are. So
to be fair, I haven't looked either. So
have you not? Oh, okay.
Let's start with a fun one. Who inspired you both to get into YouTube?
Oh, okay. You can go first because you were first.
Okay. I don't know. Like, it's such an open-ended question. Like, I've literally loved YouTube for like years and years, and that's not an exaggeration. Like, literally since it was a thing. Like, I remember when YouTube was like the old school logo and like,
yeah,
there was no rules or regulations to it. Like, you could literally upload anything you wanted. But who like inspired me? I literally don't know. I don't have like a specific person, but I guess like I always looked at like the American YouTubers' lives and just thought, how cool would it be to like one day live that life, or like go on all these like cool trips that everyone would go on. So probably just like a whole bunch of people, like the realm where it was obviously like Zoella and all the American YouTubers, as in Alicia Marie and Remy Ashton and people like that. I don't know if you know them lot.
No, I don't know any of those people.
They're like old school. Like they used to do all the like DIY like back to school videos and stuff, and like I used to watch all their outfit videos for back to school, and like obviously in America they don't wear uniforms, so they would like go through all the outfits. I was obsessed with them. I didn't need it, but I was like obsessed with watching them.
Completely irrelevant to your life.
Yeah. Probably just like that era inspired me rather than like a specific person, I'd say.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say, well, I've been like the same as you, like watching YouTube for like the longest time. I've been following like Sarah Ashcroft on YouTube since she was like that pommy girl. I really used to love what's her name, Samantha Maria, but she was Beauty Crush.
Yeah, she was.
I loved her.
Who was her friend? Grace Victory, but her her name was like something else.
Yeah. So I think taking it back to like honestly being in like high school and being a little bit embarrassed to say I actually used to watch like makeup tutorials, like it was like my guilty pleasure, and now it's like something that I do, which is like crazy. But yeah, I'd say like taking it back, like way back when we were both probably really young. I remember me and my sister were like, right, we're gonna start a YouTube channel, and then we like couldn't figure out our name, so we just like never did it.
Oh, just because you couldn't figure out a name.
Yeah, we were like, oh, screw this, it's gonna be too hard. Also, like, how the hell do you edit a video when you're like 12?
Yeah, there is that. And you literally have like an iPod touch.
Yeah, obviously helping, like inspiring me, obviously helping meeting you and Zelia, like getting to know you guys more. But Emily was obviously the one that pushed me into it. Like, you sorted me out, gave me my camera.
Like said it a couple times. She was like, oh, like I'd always say, would you like to do like Instagram or YouTube, because you've always like taken pictures and stuff. You'd be like, oh, I don't know, like blah blah, and then I was like, right, here's the camera, off you go, like just do it.
I'm scared. You're like, right, I was like Zara Hall. Like,
yeah, do you remember when we were sat editing your first video and Georgia was watching me, she was like, I don't get it, like what are you doing? And I was like, you'll get it.
Emily, I can't do this. I remember filming my very first Zara haul. My battery died like 3 times. That's how long it took to actually film it. And I remember FaceTiming Emily be like, I literally can't do it. Like, it's so much more difficult sitting in front of a camera than what people think. I
think, yeah, to start 100%, like the hardest thing.
It's like natural.
It's just normal. Yeah. The hardest thing is like starting, filming, editing and posting your first video. Like that's the hardest part of it. And from then it's like nothing scary anymore, if that makes sense. Like, yeah,
for sure.
Crazy.
I would say, yeah, honestly, anyone thinking of starting out, like obviously this from my perspective, obviously I'm still very new to it. I've only been doing it properly for like a year. Honestly, like, don't even care about what anyone's gonna say, think, do. Like, as long as you're confident in what you're saying and doing, like, post it.
Yeah, 100%.
My motto is like, obviously there's different ends of like social media, isn't there? I'm talking like bikini stuff and lingerie stuff. Like, I wouldn't say and do anything that I wouldn't say and do in front of my dad.
That's so true.
Because I think if I'm embarrassed enough to like not let my dad see that or hear me say that, then like fine.
Yeah, like so there's like the line of what you would care about people creating an opinion based off.
For
So,
sure.
like, if your dad approves, then everyone should approve type
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Yeah.
Makes sense.
But yeah, just the OG girls. And I also would love
Literally.
to bring back OG YouTube.
No, like, where's the what's in my bag? Like, does anyone care what's in my bag now?
No, I do actually.
We do.
And, like,
we just do them.
Yeah, to each other. I miss like old school like styling videos, like when Topshop was like huge. Yeah, I miss all of that. I
Can
feel like
you
it's
imagine?
completely changed.
Oh my god, completely changed. I think it's down to TikTok like massively. And I think
Yeah.
also, like, going back to what you're saying about don't care what people say and just post anything, I think TikTok is like such an advocate for that. Like, so many people have found it so easy to like create a 15-second video and like realize that absolutely anything goes on that app. Like, just don't worry about it. You could end up, if it's something you want to do especially as well, like, you could end up where Georgia is a year later. Like, it's crazy. And I'm always so grateful for you, like, you put so much effort into it and like really stuck at it and like giving it a good go. Georgia has like a freaking business on the side, like, as in you have a full-time job and you're still here like enjoying it, like posting content and smashing it. So just do it. Like, literally just do it.
Just do it.
That is our word of advice.
Right, number 2 question. Also, thank you to everyone who actually asked these questions, because we wouldn't be filming this without you.
Yeah, there is that. I actually didn't write a list this week. I was like, oh, I need to write a list, and I thought, no, I don't.
Don't need to.
I don't know if we've ever spoken about this, so this will be interesting. Someone says, thoughts on your boyfriend having a girl best friend? Thoughts? I feel like we're such an anomaly though, because like any friends the boys would have had, we would be friends with as well. Like, we've been with our partners for 10 and 11 years, no, 11 and 12 years.
Yeah.
So I feel like it depends when you meet them.
Yeah, agreed. I personally, doesn't sit right with me. Just because I'm a girl's girl and have never had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to have a boyfriend. Like, I wouldn't have anything in common enough with a guy, I don't think, to have them as a friend.
Especially like a best friend. Yeah, it does make sense. And I think definitely for you, like, you've got your girls group and like that's forever been your friendship group.
So yeah, for me, no, it doesn't sit right with me. But then obviously, like, if Matt now decided that he's got this friend who's a girl, I'd be like, the fuck, like.
Yeah,
I mean,
like, that's what I mean.
Like 12 years on, but
when you're this far in, like, you don't know the girl, like, where's she come from then? Like, so confused.
Yeah, it doesn't sit right with me. What about you? What's your opinion on that?
I think, like, yeah, 100%, like, if suddenly Brad tomorrow was like, oh my god, I've met Francesca, she's the best thing ever, we're best friends, we have so much in common, like, we're gonna go play golf, I'll be like, she can literally do what I'm like, what are you talking about?
Francesca can go fuck herself.
Like, Francesca's lying, she's definitely not into golf as well. Like, I feel like it would be one of those situations where you're like, whatever, like, I don't want to like say that about like all girls or like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to create like I don't know what the word is, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like give all girls a bad rep of like them. I don't agree with that, because I do think when I was younger, 100%, like when I was at school, majority of my friends were boys.
Really?
I think it's, but I think it's because I grew up with a brother.
With a brother,
so, like,
yeah, I had a sister, so.
Yeah, I've never been bothered about like watching football games or watching like any sport or watching boys like play computer games. Like, Brad doesn't play computer games now, but like he used to when we were younger. And like none of that would ever bother me. Like, I'd never, if anything, I was like interested in it. Again, like put into a category of like, oh my god, I love football and I love this and blah blah. It's like, yeah, whatever, shut up. Like, you definitely don't love it, but as in I genuinely don't like mind it at all. And like, I did probably feel like when I was at school, two of my best mates were boys, and like but it's different back then,
so
because
weird.
I know, and this is what I mean, like at that stage none of us were in relationships, so it didn't have that like 100%, if say one of them got in a relationship, I would 1,000,000% take a step back if that girl wasn't really like feeling it.
For sure.
Or I'd make an effort with her. I think it depends how the girl best friend is reacting to you as a girlfriend. Like, if she's like a bit rude or like standoffish or like whatever, or if like your boyfriend is confiding in her about relationship problems, no,
not okay.
Not
it's
okay.
so funny, like this just goes to prove how like our personalities are different, because you're so understanding and I was like, no.
You're literally like, fuck off, no.
Cutthroat, zero
like,
tolerance, no. Well, you're like, maybe. It doesn't sit right with me, but then obviously depending on the circumstances, so.
Like imagine, let me throw you a circumstance.
Okay.
So say Matt has like grown up with this girl, she's like a family friend, all the family know her. The minute you meet her, like you come into his life, this is like before you, and then when you come into his life, she's like nice as pie, like super sweet with you, makes an effort, like asks you out for tea and stuff, like tea, coffee, whatever.
Where are we going?
But like as in makes an effort with you and like gets you involved in like everything. What are you saying? Like all the family love her.
Fine, as long as they don't love her more than they love me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
That's where we draw the line.
That, Matt?
Okay.
But then I think that's fair. Like I think that's the only situation where I'd be like, okay, like you've known her for ages, like she's making the effort with me, then that's fine. But if you get that vibe that they're like not really feeling you, then it's like, well, okay, you need to remove yourself then because he's not mine.
Sorry. Hands off.
Okay, another dilemma.
Okay.
These are
like
really
these
fun.
dilemmas.
Yeah,
so
same, because I'm like, I'm getting the juice on your life, but like I actually don't know any context
anything
to it.
about it.
Someone says, I've been on 4 dates with this guy and he's so nice and we really get on, but I don't fancy him.
Oh no.
Just be friends.
Yeah.
You have to fancy them.
Although,
I'm sorry. Although, understanding.
When she says she doesn't fancy him, like, how doesn't she fancy him? Like, is it like her, like, personality don't fancy you, or is it a looks don't fancy you, or is it, oh, you give me the ick a little bit, which makes me not fancy you?
I'm gonna take it as looks based on that she said he's really nice.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So let's say it's looks.
Yeah, tough one. You've got to fancy someone, I think. It's got to be there, isn't it? Because it doesn't grow on trees.
No. And I do feel like we all go through our phases and like we have our ugly duckling phase, but then I just think, does it change that much? Like, I feel like from the off you have to have that like initial attraction, even if it's like kind of small and you feel like it's going to grow on you. Like the more you get to know someone, the more you can start fancying them. But if you are already like 4 dates in saying like I just don't fancy them,
that makes me really sad though, because if she's saying he's a really nice person and she likes him like 4 dates in as well, that's sad.
Yeah. But then be friends.
This is where I'd probably get myself in a bit of a pickle if I was dating, because if he wants to see me again
rude
on a 5th date and I don't fancy him, I'm probably going to go because I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Yeah, you would. I reckon if you had to date now, you would honestly be speaking to like 20 different people because you just wouldn't want to let anyone down.
I wouldn't be able to cut anyone off. It'd be terrible. I'd be like a serial dater. I'd be like, let me check
not
my
because
schedule.
you want to be.
No, just because I can't turn anyone down. I don't know how to.
Bad.
Not very good at saying no.
No, you're really not. But luckily we're not in that position, because I don't know how I'd help you out with that. I'd have to start saying, I'd literally snatch your phone off you and be like, you're dumped.
You'd have to, no, I'd have to say, well, I'm not free, but my friend is. And send you.
And then I can just let them down lightly.
Yeah. I don't fancy you, that's it.
Yeah, maybe I'll just use that, because that is so difficult, because it's like, okay, if she cuts it off now and then she says like, I'm just really not feeling it, like he's obviously going to be like, well, what do you not feel? She can't just say, well, I don't fancy you. He's going to have a complex.
I know, and that's hard, isn't it? Because she's allowed an opinion, but it's not for us just on a scratch. If you can hear that, I do apologise. Imagine like someone telling you they don't fancy you, like that's nasty. Well, it's not, but like it feels like not nice.
Yeah, like personal. Quick interlude. We just had a quick actual catch up on FaceTime about the guys' holiday because the boys got involved and distracted us. So we're back.
We're back now.
Scandalous.
Go on.
Dilemma. Okay. Boyfriend of 5 years has had pictures of girls' Insta bikini pics saved to his phone. Help. That's one step further than liking bikini pictures.
Saved, as in they've not been sent to him, as in he saved them.
He's clicked that little bookmark. Save.
Okay. Oh, as in saved on there.
Yeah, it's like saved on his Instagram. What's the reason?
I was thinking it might have been a screenshot to send in like a boys group chat, but he's actually saved it. Like
actually saved his Instagram.
What's the reason for that then?
That is really bizarre.
Also, I've never checked Matt's saved on Instagram.
Neither.
Not that I often check his phone, because I don't feel like you need to, but...
No, I've never checked his likes or anything either. I've never checked his Instagram, so I wouldn't know.
No, maybe we should. Maybe we should all check.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Do you know what? I always assess it by, like, if we're sat next to each other and he's on his explore page, Brad's is like, watches, golf, renovations, dogs.
Yeah,
That's
literally.
It. Like, literally, that is it. But saved is weird. Like, that's like, because I know everyone has this debacle about, like, liking bikini pictures. But then, like, I feel like Brad, say you, like, all of your holiday content, Brad would like it because, like, we're mates and, like, you just happen to be in a bikini, but we also all go on holiday together and we all see each other in bikinis. Like, there's no more meaning to it at all.
Isn't it? Yeah, if you know that person and you've liked it, I feel like a bit different. But why would you save it though? Like, that feels a bit strange.
Yeah, and we don't know with this girl if actually he knows the girls or not.
Right. I think I'd be digging a little bit deeper. I'd want to know why you've saved it, who she is, how long he's been following, because you can tell that from Instagram. And you can see, you can see all of the interactions. I think if you click like ... oh, I can't remember.
Like on someone's profile or on your profile.
Let me do it now. I'll do it with you.
Oh, this is so interesting.
Right, so if you type in the person who it is, which is, in my case, Emily Philpott.
We need to do some digging.
And then if you go ... top right, and then if you go see shared activity, and then you can see tags, likes and comments.
So does that mean that if this girl went on his phone and clicked ... on these girls' profiles that he's saving the pictures of, then she'd be able to see everything between them?
I think so. I think it shows you every single picture that they've liked between each other. It shows you how long they've been following each other, like what the date was that they've followed each other.
That's wild.
It shows everything, yeah.
There you go then. There's your
answer. I don't
answer.
know why I know that, which is a bit stalkerish from me.
Where's that come from?
What am I trying to hide?
TikTok tells you a lot of things nowadays. You've probably seen a video that's like, this is how you do this.
Yeah, so my advice to that girl is just click that ... on his phone.
Dig.
See what's been going on.
Because 5 years as well, like, do we really need to be doing that? Like, it's so disrespectful. What is the point?
Yeah, I just think I'd be digging a little bit deeper.
There must be something else going on, because saving a girl's bikini picture, unless he comes up with a valid reason, like he wants to get into bikini design so he can design himself, his girlfriend, her own bikinis that are one-off designs.
He likes the bikini on that person, so he's gonna buy her the bikini. I feel like one of these episodes we should get the girls to write in, or get people to like write in of dilemmas and get the boys to answer it.
That is so true.
How fun would that be?
That would be good.
Probably more interesting for us than the people watching this, but I just think that would be really fun.
See what their opinions are. We actually should do that.
And then we'd all just fall out over it.
Yeah. What'd you say? Someone says you're going to be stranded on a desert island. You can only take 5 things. What are they? I love these questions.
Oh man. Should I go first?
You go first.
Okay. A bottle of water. As in like my Stanley dupe, because that comes everywhere with me. It's got to be a comfy pair of knickers.
Valid.
Like your comfiest pair of pants that you've got. Because regardless of what else you're wearing, as long as your pants are comfy, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. I'm not bringing anything that's probably going to help me live for very long.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, let's just eliminate like the survival mode. Like we don't need that. Don't worry about it.
I'm hoping that I'll meet someone on the island as well who's also trying to survive, and they can just like get me food and stuff. Like I don't need that. My brow gel, because brows have got to be on point at all times.
Fair.
If your answers are much better than these, I'm going to be really annoyed.
No, I honestly think mine are going to be just as useless, I can't lie.
Depends where we are. Are we somewhere hot?
Desert island, probably, yeah.
Okay, well I was going to say dressing gown, so that I don't need it if it's a hot country.
We might get cold in the evenings.
Dressing gown then, number 4. Number 5. I was going to say snack, but that goes so quickly.
Yeah, that'd be gone in the first 5 minutes.
Can I take my phone?
Although you should have a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take your phone.
Oh, well if I can take my phone, I'll take my phone and scrap the pants and I'll take my laptop instead. Because if I've got my dressing gown, I'm still going to be comfy.
And then you can vlog on your phone, edit it on your laptop, and upload it and ask for help.
And that's fine.
Perfect.
Because my brows will look good.
Exactly.
Done. Yeah, they're my 5. What are yours? Please be as
my one would, no, it would 100% be vlogging camera. I've got to vlog it.
Yeah.
Like, why not, for the memories? Want to look back on that. Bug spray.
Oh.
Because I don't want to be eaten alive.
Okay.
That's probably my one practical thing.
Can I change mine then? Because I'm going to have to get rid of my brow gel, because I've had 22 gnat bites on my legs for the past few days, and that ain't fun.
No. But you could borrow my bug spray. Let's say we're there together.
Oh,
so
we're
you
there
can borrow
together.
my bug
Okay,
spray,
fine.
and I'll borrow your brow gel.
Yeah, okay, cool.
What else would I take?
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to look around at
Look around your room, see what you've got.
What would I grab now if Brad?
Can I take that king size bed?
Yeah. This. All I can think is practical things in my head, like sun cream, because I don't want to sizzle. Oh, my slick back brush. 100%.
Yeah, I want to borrow that.
No worries, you can. That's 3. A disposable camera. 2 cameras, but
A disposable?
I just think, yeah, because they're fun.
Emily.
Okay, scratch that then.
That one is rubbish. My brow gel might be rubbish, but at least I can use it every day. Your disposables, you've got about 30 shots.
You could take loads of pictures and then like forget about it for a year and then be like, oh, do you remember when I was deserted?
No,
I had a
sorry,
disposable camera from that.
No.
Okay.
Take your Canon G7X and just put a grain on it.
Fair. Okay. Download Tezza, you'll be fine.
You'll be absolutely fine.
God, this is really hard.
You said sun cream.
Yeah, but that's practical, isn't it? But sun cream. Specifically Hawaiian Tropics Aerosol SPF 30. Something that I could play music out of.
Okay. Well, you got your phone.
So if I bring the speaker, you've got the phone.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then I'll be fine. I can live there for a while, I reckon.
I don't have Spotify Premium though, so I'll have to listen to
hate that. God, that's the most annoying thing. Okay, before we go, we've got to make sure we download Spotify Premium then, because that is the worst.
I feel like I'm the only person that does not have Spotify Premium.
I agree. You need to download that. What are you doing?
I just don't really listen to music.
Right, so there are useless things that we'd bring to a desert island.
We're definitely going to die within the first 48 hours.
At least your browser look good though. Someone says, advice for navigating early 20s and making new friends in a new place.
Okay. Navigating your 20s. I'm asking her the same question, not entirely sure on how we
It's just as long.
How we get there or what we're doing when we get there.
So what I was thinking about earlier is that we're now like late 20s. Like I was writing a TikTok caption and I was like, navigating your early 20s, and I thought, I'm not in my early 20s anymore, I'm in my late 20s.
Late.
Yeah, like we're nearly at the end of our 20s and I still don't understand how you navigate them.
Yeah, so we can't answer that one, unfortunately. If she finds the answer, please can she DM me and let me know, because I'd love to know. But making new friends, I'm actually probably one of the worst people at making new friends, but I seem to make them all the time.
Yeah. My thing, like ever since we've met you guys and like joined the gym and stuff, I say this to so many people, especially if people are single as well. Join a gym where you like go to classes, where you are regularly there at the same time as other people, and just put yourself out there and like get talking to people, because I promise like you've already then got the gym in common, so you've already got something to talk about, and it's so much easier.
I do think as well, like it's really hard to say, but like I would say just travel, like even if it means like traveling to a different city, like in your country, like just go somewhere else, because I feel like it will give you so much confidence to then be able to like talk, and then you've got something to actually talk about as well. Like
you feel like you've got stories to tell.
When I go out, like even if I pop to like our city centre, like I still talk to people, whereas if it's just like a passing comment on, I don't know, if I brush past someone and I'm like, oh my god, I'm really sorry, or I don't know, like just if someone's behind me in the queue and they've sprayed a perfume in Zara and I'm like, oh my god, that smells amazing.
That
like,
smells really nice.
Yeah, just like silly things like that. I think just starting the conversation. Then I guess like that goes hand in hand with what my actual job is, which is a hairdresser, and I am literally paid to talk. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know how you do it. Like Georgia literally has to talk 24/7. Like you're constantly socialising. So if anything, it probably comes a bit more natural. But then, like, as in maybe. When you're out in public, to like converse with people straight away anyway.
Yeah, maybe joining the gym, like you said, get like a community gym like what we've got, because it is such a good way of meeting people. I mean, our gym is like very, very good on that, and like everyone is really friendly. Yeah, I think go to a gym, whether it's classes, like you're gonna, every Tuesday night you know that there's gonna be 4 people that are there every single week.
That you know.
Yeah, and I just think like branch open as well, like don't take it as like a stereotype of like, oh, that person looks like they'd be into the same sort of things as me, because like some of my friends, like we look and are completely different, but like have so much in common, like our personalities are so similar.
Yeah, I think that is like my biggest piece of advice, is joining anything that you can go to that like, there's a lot of girls now, even now, like Megan Short, she does so many events and like runs all these events where she literally just gets people together and she's like, come on your own, like just be on your own. Everybody else that arrives there will be on their own as well. Like it's not weird to turn up to these things as like a single girl, or like just to like not turning up with your best friend this one time. And I think even if you already have friends and you just want to like branch out a bit more, because obviously this girl is saying that I think she's trying to make friends in a new place, things like that are literally perfect for it, like especially in gym environments and stuff. Like you'll get paired up with someone, or they'll ask you to pair up and like just go and like push the boat out a bit and just pair up with someone that you don't know and like get talking to them. Like
I think as well in that situation, if it's like where you're paired up with someone, say for the gym for example, just be like, oh, how are your trainers, like are they comfortable, even if like you don't really even care about their trainers, just like open the conversation, because it's easier than just sitting in silence. Or oh, I love your nail colour, like what colour is it? Just like stupid, really stupid things.
Yeah, you could
where are
literally
your earrings from? Like so easy, isn't it?
Even if you haven't even got your ears pierced, ask her where your earrings are from. Someone says, how quick is too quick to move on after a breakup of a long-term relationship?
Oh,
I have no idea.
I can't answer this one from my gut, because I don't think there is a right or wrong way. I think it's honestly as if it feels right. Going back to like what I said earlier about if I say something or do something that I wouldn't do in front of my dad, then I wouldn't do it. But just go with what you think is the right thing to do. Like I've got friends that have jumped very quickly from relationships, very, very quickly, and it's worked out. And I've have friends that have jumped really quickly and it's not worked out. So I think honestly just go with your own gut on that. Like I don't think there's a right or wrong way, and everyone's relationships are so different as well. So if you're in a bad relationship and find someone who you think is right for you, then that's the right thing to do.
And also opinion. Why would you not? Like if you feel like a good thing's come up, and then your only excuse that you have for that good thing is, oh, but it's only been like a couple of weeks or a month since I broke up with so and so, like don't let a good thing go, basically. And going back to what we spoke about earlier, is like not caring about what anyone else is thinking or going to say of you. Oh my god, like, because you're like, you do what you want in it. I feel like it's so circumstantial again, like if you've been broken up with, like they've broken up with you, and like, or say something like someone's done something bad in the relationship and it's ended on bad terms, then it's again like the outcomes are going to be so different. But ultimately that's like you say, like us or other people having an opinion on like, oh, they moved on a bit quick considering like this is how it ended. That's just an opinion. So if something does come up and it's good and it works for you and it makes you happy or keeps you distracted from like, if you are really heartbroken, then great, like go for it. No one's going to tell you no. I think from getting older has made me realise that whatever you do and whatever you say, everyone is going to have an opinion on it. Like there's not going to be one person that has not got an opinion on something. Like people speak their minds regardless if you want that or not. So I would not do things just because someone's going to think something of you, because they're going to anyway. I feel like everyone, it's like ingrained in everyone. I don't know how or why, but everyone cares so much about what other people think. And obviously us being online as well, I feel like for so many years I've always tried to like make sure I'm not ever upsetting someone or like ever saying something that could be taken the wrong way or twisted. Like you could literally say the sky is blue and someone will say that you twisted it, and like that's not true. Like anything, you could say anything at all. So just don't even worry about it, because if you upset 5 people but then you make 500 people happy, then great. Or if you make yourself happy, even better. Literally. That's all that matters. I strongly believe in, honestly, if you can back what you're doing and back what you're saying, do it. And it's not hurting anyone. That's what I always say. Like if if your decision has no negative effect on other people, don't worry about it. And if it has a negative effect on that one person, like I've got friends that have gone through a breakup and then like maybe they've moved on a bit quicker than their ex would have liked, and like has then made that a bit of a problem. That's just something you can deal with and like can easily be dealt with at the time. Like I feel like that just then, that circumstance would just be a process of the breakup, but everything does come to an end, like as in that situation would then come to an end as well, and like one day you will be able to look back and you will have moved on, and like it will always get easier type thing.
Yeah, I always think as well, like a new relationship isn't always going to be new. Like it's new for a small period of time and then it gets old and people just forget about it.
Yeah, so quick as well.
Like, don't worry about it. So to round that one up, if you think it's the right thing to do in your gut, then go with it.
Do it.
Yeah, in the short form. Give us a deep one, Emily. Do you know what? I had loads that were, how are you and Emily friends? But we touched on that in the last one. So if you want to know.
Yeah, I've got that.
What's the last one?
Well, someone said, can you talk about in depth how you and Georgia met? There's no more depth to it.
No.
I was like this on a sunbed. Zelia said hi to her friend and I said, oh, hi Georgia. Actually,
hi.
I didn't speak to you for the whole night.
No, we actually didn't talk.
No, we actually didn't. You spoke more to Brad and I spoke more to Matt.
Yeah.
I remember that he was a builder, and then I remember saying to you, you need to do my hair when we get home, and it went from there.
Yeah, I really did, because it was Hagrid hair.
So bad. So bad. That picture, you know when your photo albums will be like, here's your memories from blah blah years ago. That picture comes up in my memories. I'm like, I don't want to be reminded of
Hagrid.
this. Like, leave it. It's so bad. Botox, filler and all things aesthetics, what do we think about them? Great for the forehead lines.
Yeah. Botox, thank you so much for ever existing. You are the reason I have no wrinkles. I actually have no negative, what is the word, negative
opinions
on this. I think enhance yourself naturally. Yeah, nothing bad to say.
No, agreed. I think do what you want, whatever makes you happy.
Agreed.
I do feel quite strongly about things that have like a high risk factor, which you could argue that any of these like procedures have a high risk factor, but the thought of like teardrop filler and like nose filler and stuff, and it being so close to your eyes, and I think they're one thing you cannot replace. Oh, it scares me personally, but again, if someone came to me and was like, I'm going to do this, I'm not going to be like, you shouldn't do that, blah blah blah. Like, it's literally your life.
Yeah.
The only thing I would personally say is please don't do these things when you're young and you don't need them. Which our mums would probably still turn around to us and say, you're so young, you don't need it, blah blah. I just think the first time I got Botox, which is not like, oh, you did it right and everyone else is doing it wrong, I'm not saying it like that. I didn't get Botox until I was like 26. And there's people that go and get Botox when they're like 18, 19. You do not need it then.
Yeah.
Like, you seriously don't. And you will look back and realise that you didn't need it then.
Yeah. From someone who has had filler since 18.
Have you?
Yeah. Had my lips done when I was first 18.
Just sounds so young.
Or was I might be 19 actually. Maybe I was 19. It was when like big lips were like the done thing.
Like Kylie Jenner came into fashion and said everyone's gonna have big lips.
Yeah. So I did that, and my lips were very, very overfilled. They were migrating. They looked terrific. I look back on pictures now and I think, why did no one tell me that looked awful? But they did. People did tell me. And
really?
Yeah, I just didn't think, like in my head, I was like, this is just what we do now. Like we just keep filling our lips. But in my defense, I was going to a lady who wasn't very, didn't really know how to say no to like what I wanted.
Yeah.
So I basically had a lump in my lip that is like fairly normal when it comes to filler and stuff, but it just like clumped together, and I basically just wanted to get rid of the lump that was in my lip, and I kept going for lip appointments. I wanted to have them dissolved. She didn't want to dissolve them, so she kept filling around the lumps, which then obviously over time made my lips bigger, bigger, bigger.
Oh my god,
so I then was like, no, we haven't actually, have we?
This is crazy. Well, the first time I'd met you, you had just had your lips dissolved.
Dissolved,
like,
yeah.
No, so I think you had filler when we were on holiday, and then literally 2 weeks after we got back, you had gone to get your lips dissolved. And I remember you said like, "Oh, I'm really sorry about my lips. Like I've just got them dissolved." And I remember thinking, there is nothing wrong with your lips.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So yeah, my lips got really, really big, and they looked obviously horrific. And I then went to a completely different lady, and she dissolved them like free of charge, because obviously I'd been bodged, and I'm now with her. Like I'm with her now, and she does all of my treatments, trust her with my life. And I then had filler put back in my lips, and that was the last time I had lip filler. So like years ago.
Ages ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would just say, like, from my own advice, just don't go crazy with it, and actually like take a picture of yourself without filler, and then take a picture with yourself with filler, and actually compare the two. Because when you have filler, I feel like when you then look in the mirror, you get so used to like how you look, and then you've still got filler in your face, and you don't look like, you don't feel like you have, but you have.
Yeah, like I would still say your lips look more than plump.
Yeah,
even though
I've got no filler at all in my top lip.
Yeah, like you actually can't feel it.
Yeah, I would say just go to someone who is like 100% like good at what they do as well, and are prepared to actually say no to like what you want done. Because sometimes I'll go in to my lady who only now does my Botox, is the only thing I have done now, and I'll say, oh, I like a little bit in my jaw, or a little bit in my chin, or like, what do you think, like I'm feeling a bit ugly, like do whatever you want, sort of thing. And she's like, honestly, you don't need it. So she could be like, she could take like £1,000 off of me and be like, you need this, 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 and this. Yeah, but yeah, so just go to someone who is good.
I've always said personally that like the idea of filler personally scares me, in the sense of the thought in my head of having something like in my face freaks me out for whatever reason. Like I just can't get my head around it. But I'm also then speaking from like, I very luckily have very full lips naturally, so I've never sat there and like looked at generic parts of my face that like, as in everybody, majority of people that have filler in their lips type thing. So I've never sat there and felt like I personally needed it, so I'm grateful for that. And maybe I would feel differently if my lips were slightly smaller, I don't know. The only thing I did have done, which wasn't filler or Botox, was having the fat dissolving injections in my chin. And I always get questions about this. Everyone always asks for an update on it, and it's just, I've spoken to my lady about it. Like, she was obviously so nice about the whole thing, and like, I'm not sat there bashing her work at all. Like, as in, if it's something that people want to get done, go and get it done by her, because she absolutely knows what she's doing and everything. Just the healing process for me made the whole thing so not worth it. I personally don't think it's changed the way I look at all. I don't think it's had like a, although this is weird, because when I went for my Botox top-up appointment, we did take before and afters, and in like a direct before and after, you absolutely can see a difference. But again, to me, it's just not, it just wasn't worth it. It made me feel like actual poo on the ground for like a good 2.5 weeks. I remember FaceTiming you after you'd had it done, and you looked so sorry for yourself. It was so, but I've never felt so sorry for myself in my life, and it was like self-inflicted, and that's where it's more annoying, because I just think, why am I doing this? And like, typical parents would always be like, you didn't even need to do it. And I'm like, I know, like that is the one time where I was like, why the hell have I done this? Sometimes I think you actually just have to do things on impulse to realise that that was a really bad idea, because now you'd never do it ever again. And I would never do anything without like thinking about it. Yeah, there's things that like, we all have our own insecurities, and there's so many things that I'm sure all of us would love to like tweak a tiny bit, and like we'd love it if this looked a little bit more like this. But there's things that I have like that I've thought about for years, like literally years, and still not done anything about. So why on earth I thought about that for a matter of like 3 weeks and thought, brilliant, sign me up, I'm doing it. Yeah, God knows. Like, it's weird, I don't know what came over me. I think sometimes we think of injections as like a semi-permanent thing, but sometimes they do have a permanent effect on your face and body. Like when you're injecting skin, like it's gonna create some sort of scar tissue. Like, I don't know if that's the science behind it, but in my head I'm like, if you're making a incision in my skin, like it's gonna create something, like it's not gonna be some kind of damage, like like fresh, like baby bum skin, is it? I know. Do you know what I mean? Weird. And then to think I've had that like injected 16 times into my chin is terrifying. But then like when you think about something, like I've thought about having my boobs done for like the longest time, probably never do it, because one, I can't be bothered to go through the recovery, and two, I don't have the funds just sat there on a new pair of tits. But
Like,
there is that.
I think about that so much more than I would injecting my lips, but
Yeah.
people are going to see my lips more than they're going to see my boobs.
True.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is weird how it works. I think it's so easy to get, like, I only kind of went and did that after I'd had my first round of Botox, and I feel like I'd like burst the bubble almost of like I'd never had anything done. It was all like new and exciting. So then I think it's so easy to sit in that chair and think, oh cool, like I've done that. It wasn't as hard as I thought. What else can we tweak? Don't do that. It's not worth it. Like, if you've been thinking about one thing and you do that one thing, just stick to it. Don't like suddenly go and think, oh, what else can we tweak, or like what else is going to make me feel that much better, because I promise you sometimes it just won't.
I do think as well, like sometimes, like say when you have your lips done, you're like, okay, well, I love my lips now, but like, can I change my cheeks? And then it's like, oh, I love my cheeks now, can I change my chin? And it's like you crawl, then you walk, then you run, then and like,
let's all just think about that TikTok trend where it's like, I feel ugly today, and then it swipes to a picture of younger you. Imagine you've like changed every single part of you. That's sad.
That is sad, yeah. Well, those questions were really fun. I enjoyed
this. This was honestly really fun. We are hoping to, at a point, be able to do these in person and sit down on a cute little couch, have our microphones, and make this more of like a legit thing, because right now we're literally just, like I say, chatting away on FaceTime, and you guys are just watching it.
It works for now.
It works for now. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this kind of style where we've answered your dilemmas. Hopefully we might have helped out in some way. I don't know.
I hope so.
You might have gained something from this.
We are no, what is the word? Experts, yeah. We're just...
Definitely not. Thank you guys so much for watching. The next episode of this will be over on George's channel, so make sure you go ahead and subscribe. I'll leave our Instagrams on screen. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.
Bye.